Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Yeah, whatever. It's like you just want this shit.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
It's amazing she's already married with a whole nother. She works quick. So she changed her trainer and had kids and shit.
Now,
already.
let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
He ain't even done nothing yet.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little ones have been up to there's just one thing after another around here.
Ah, my dear. Through the good office, as are you, I hear. Which is why
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of
I was.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. You there. There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers.
Oh, that shit gotta be heavy as shit.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew Wu.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists, come here and I'll show you.
Oh, her tails.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canverward on business.
I'd be glad if the give me a moment to make ready.
Very well.
finished outfitting her little workshop?
Otto, Kupka's a
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know is the name. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid.
Thanks.
So, what about your uncle?
Don't look so worried.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving.
You can count on it.
Cole.
Just about. Sid, if you...
Doris sent me to find you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach.
Well, I'm here now.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the... I want to help them, Sid.
You made the right decision.
The goblins may still...
You have duties to attend to.
And please...
I won't let that.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. They're trying to get into the carriage. Too slow. Friend, why didn't you?
Why should we run?
Free.
Sid. You weren't too late then.
This man risked it. Fine. What we'll do with you is take you to safety.
You can leave the...
Thank you. The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. Get him! All yours, Torgal! Get him! This one.
Oh, wow.
This one. Over here! Sick! This one! Sick! This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes.
You'll do fine.
Thank you. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and even success means tremendous pain. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill.
Curse breakers lead hard lives. They toil in the shadows, risking life, and yet we never want for volunteers.
Conviction?
They're willing to fight. I know your work.
It's natural, thank you.
It's official.
Said if I'd just... Or maybe I would.
Cole and the others got home safely.
No. I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after... What kind of leader said I should have urged greater caution?
We swore the same oath as you, Dark.
It's good to see you.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. No one with doubts ever joined.
We all know how much bravery.
Cole, I never doubted. Thank you. I sometimes but
You will.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. Come again. I may have...
That shit wet.
More for ya.
All right, Uncle. We shall.
I'll be back.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Get him! Over here! Attack! This one.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang. I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born.
You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Titan! Get him! Over here! Get him! Over here! Stick him! Over here! Get him! This one!
Who do you think those soldiers were in the end?
So, Lord Cook has...
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend.
Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly. Oh.
It's the outlaw. Take him.
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before, we do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up. Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then.
Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her...
Rosina Dalla. But how will we...
And that she was working with Sid's other collaborators have all been... I'll wager this Rosina Dalla.
That would
And that's exactly what I mean.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake.
Anything I... Allow me. My good man, we represent one... We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would...
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies.
Thank you. Oh, you wouldn't...
No.
Well...
What do you want?
I won't keep you long. A woman by the name of Rosina...
Never heard of her.
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town...
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side. The owner's only a young sprig.
The Briar's Kiss, you say?
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you?
Can I help?
Yes, I'm a long-standing pillar.
Then you should ask. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people. Try the baths.
Thank you. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Sweet incense, wax candles.
Excuse me. Are you
I am.
I hope so. Do you know Rosina Dallamil?
And what business?
She was a close friend of mine.
Oh, very well. Go to the bordello.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing.
I beg your pardon.
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it. Get him! Go to him!
Who are you working?
He wanted us to...
Though one could hardly call them.
Lord Furter?
Look what the cat...
Your skill with the blade is rare. A fitting talent.
You know who I am. So what now?
That isn't my... Our work is... Take him to meet his precious Rosina.
Yeah. To the Lock of
To the Lock of Leisure.
Waits and puts! Bowls and basins!
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
The most fragrant herbs and
My carpet!
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge. Ah, so it was. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of...
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Oh, he has a personality on him.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity?
People.
Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing.
Ah, trust.
And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can
The more
see.
important commodity, that's trust. That's crazy.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means.
So you can get rid of.
Find someone else to help you on your way.
You don't have nobody.
Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
Oh, he's good.
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine.
Don't tell me you're gonna listen.
We might as well hear him out. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalam. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid.
What trouble? If you're going to...
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What?
My apologies. Follow the crystal. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy.
Ha! It will be. Let us divide our forces, Clark.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me.
You've heard?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thing. Pilfering the crystals. Us common. And it isn't as if...
Kneaded to a silken soft.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave. What can I do for you, Salt? Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock and the men of...
You have...
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. I don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis. And no, just leave, will you? Do you think that'll be better?
Do you have a moment?
Depends what.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way.
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's fat. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no...
Is that so? I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. They'll probably be back at the inn by now.
It's you. What do you want? Haven't you caused him?
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you? Yes.
Thank you.
Will this suffice?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection.
All right. I'm sure, but not...
What are you doing up? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Coop?
Bait, my boy. And I had that.
So that was me. I'll and put it.
I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support. If things turn sour?
Of course.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord.
All the silver and stones I could scrape to...
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes?
Of course.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you...
Why? To collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and being such good friends, we elect... And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it...
My lord!
Double-crossing dogs! Kill them! Kill them both!
It's not over yet, Uncle! I'm just getting warmed up! Get him! This one! This one! Get off! Second! Over here! Get him! Well, how'd you like my
Greybeard, you were magnificent. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but...
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sword. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the royal. Well,
indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men. Until you two came. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting.